You know what? You know what? I think I finally come up with the perfect name for this tree-hating tortoise. Because I have had to remove so many of the trees, the tree trunks, everything that this gigantic garden tortoise did not want to have. Oh my word. That was so cool. He climbed up on the tortoise's back and like counted all of the carrots. That's so neat. But all right, you, sir, are going to be named Woodchuck because I had to chuck all of the wood out of this exhibit in order to make you happy. But make our wonderful garden tortoise happy, hopefully we have. And also, oh no, Boggyman. Okay. I don't think I have any security officers who are like around here. Should I? Oh boy. Okay. All right. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. I don't need thieves popping up out of the toilets at this exact moment, especially because we're kind of in a state of somewhat tight finances as it is. But we have, oh, there we go, somebody who's loyal and good at strolling, and we do have some new developments. Dun 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 dun! Like our new fish tank. And you may also be wondering, but Siri, where has our wonderful like garden or fountain lion gone? In here, my friends. Because even though this is the indoors, I really think that our fantastic fountain lion may indeed enjoy going ahead and resting near some fish. So while we were tending to things in the background and trying to tidy things up, maybe even trying to patiently work on getting some of the money up, I hope. I went ahead and we actually got a new aquarium. Should we call this one like the Fantastic Waters or Fantastic Fountain? Oh my gosh, yes, because we're not gonna say the quiet part out loud, but possibly our carnivorous fountain lion may find herself being very happy to be next to all of these fish, which now include the flamboyant fish on pristine level. Huzzah! Huzzah! I couldn't believe it, but I could believe it actually. That's so. In a completely believable series of events, it turns out we had not gotten the pristine flamboyant fish before, and now we have attained them, and now they are hopefully having a good time breeding. Also, holy moly, we are starting to get a lot of stuff. Oh, we got another little snake slide. Excellent. I wanted to put that maybe like over here for the kids. I don't know if having the children's playground and their slide is right next to, you know, the helicopter is a good idea. Ideally, I wanted to have it next to the snake, so we're just gonna put it in there for just a second. It's just a harmless indoor slide. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. But right, so we're gonna carry on with some of the other work we have to do while trying not to tip the scales of the profit and expenses too far just yet, while we also are apparently looking for crime to pop out of the toilets and are working on our fine and dandy quest. But haha, look what we have here, another fountain lion, ready to come on in and join the group. Boom. There we go. There we go. Animal analysis. It's paramount for the future of the far-flung isles that our guests learn about these amazing creatures. I know, and you think they would have gained some insight by now, but no, our knowledge is still only in the very beginning levels. But your usual methods of analysis, aka the deconstructor, are inappropriate for endangered species, or any species one might say, or ancient fossils and things. An expert qualified in animal analysis will be able to increase our knowledge of wildlife exhibits. Animals can be analyzed during treatment in wildlife welfare. Huzzah! Endangered zone. I love the gigantic X over the deconstructor. Unlike other types of exhibits, wildlife exhibits have no place in the deconstructor. You'll need to look outside the analysis room to increase your knowledge of animals. Any wildlife expert can work in wildlife welfare, so they're all vets, but only those qualified in animal analysis can gain knowledge of animals during treatment. Any process completed in wildlife welfare by staff qualified in animal analysis will reward knowledge, train staff to inform guests, and pursue wildlife enlightenment. I actually have my notes this time, and I am putting down wildlife enlightenment, like, of all of the types of enlightenment that we could max out on, which I have been dragging my feet because I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had something to look forward to, and it turns out the expansion packs and the fun is happening so fast. Yeah, there was plenty to look forward to. All right, so we have a wildlife inspector coming pretty soon. Hopefully all of our wildlife are pretty happy. How is our new fountain lion? Wants any rock, wants any sprinkler, and our other fountain lion wanted any rock or sprinkler and seems to be very happy to be sharing the exhibit. So that makes me happy. All right, so here's our lab. I moved the lab for the wild animals over here. I might move it again. We have all of this area we could expand into, and we're gonna need like some more space, and then we could move the helicopter over here. In fact, that kind of makes a lot of sense to just move the helicopter over here now, because if we think about it, this is closer to where we put the staff room. And now we have this whole section that we can open up, or we could put potentially another outdoor exhibit into pretty soon. So that makes sense to me. And maybe we'll go ahead and we'll expand this building. And that way we'll have more room. Whoops. And that way we'll hopefully have more room for our fantastic fountain lions to be able to like have a home. And we can make it a larger establishment for them soon. Whee! Also, the wildlife inspector is coming. I think that's more important now, but I don't remember why. That might be concerning, but we'll have to just wait and see. I could swear there's an important reason, something inspector, something important. I'm trying to remember. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, and also our poor crew. I guess I should definitely, you know, upgrade the staff room now that we actually are working on trying to have it semi-decent, semi-nice. Let's see, and I want to kick this door. I'm gonna move. I want this, okay. And then, all right, I'm trying very hard to, dang it. All right, look. We're gonna have to redo this whole staff room. However, it might be easiest done if we just move the whole thing. Oh, and I keep forgetting, speaking of staff rooms, we might want to go ahead and actually give our staff their names back. That might be nice. Also, that was so much easier just to go ahead and like scoot everybody over. Okay, let's see. And we'll put the TV, or the TV, that's a microwave. That would make a very weird TV. Like maybe as a little kid, you'd be like of that mindset, but okay, maybe we'll leave it this size, almost. There we go. We'll come back to that. We'll have to work on this in post, as they say. And then let's try moving over the wildlife welfare zone. And then that makes me pretty happy. We'll probably want to make that bigger too. So having the staff wing of the establishment expand this direction actually seems to be to our benefit. We might even be able to put in like a little food zone, or we might be able to put in, like with the vending machines and things, we might be able to put in a private staff bathroom too, which would probably be pretty helpful in the near future. Let's see, and a little entrance. I hope that people who aren't staff won't use this, but I think we could possibly put a gate if we really need to. Let's see. And then if we have a giant empty like hallway with no windows, totally not concerning whatsoever. Hopefully that will do. And we could probably put a bathroom for the staff over here and move the training room over here. There we are, and look at that, we're actually gaining some monies whilst this is all happening. And then I do love the idea of having like the staff like have their own bathroom. I wonder what happens if you are a boggy man and you pop out and you're like, haha, I shall now steal the garden tortoise I have heard so much about. But you end up like popping out in the staff bathrooms and just staring at them and they're staring at you. Both sides kind of like, well, thanks for making that easy. I don't have to wonder what is a guest doing back here, at least. And then maybe we'll give them a little like dry your hands bit and maybe a trash can. All right, that was money I didn't expect to spend, but it's probably going to be a really great thing. And we can go ahead. Whoops, I want guests. No guest, but all staff. There we go. Hopefully that'll be nice for everybody. And they won't have to fight the guests on the other side of the entire establishment to get in here and actually have a bathroom to use. Probably a great thing. Probably. All right, now, time to go ahead and train up some of our staff members for being able, like Pup Voss here, to come out and analyze the animals. Knowing the difference between cats and dogs is only the beginning of a wild journey into etymology, family trees, and paw prints. Oh my gosh, it's another ology. I love, love, love etymology. See, I met a guy on a walk with my beloved husband Chips at our local park who was quite proud to let us know that he knew bricologist. And we nodded really seriously. And we're like, yes, yes. Bird watching and bricology, some of our favorites. And thankfully, it turned out that bricology, he was referring to it as the study of mosses and lichen. And boy, did I get absolutely thrilled to discover that that's even something that exists. So Pup Voss, so we shall train you in the study of mosses and lichen. And then when we have some time, I need to give you all your actual name tags. I feel like I'm reaching into the bargain bin of like used employee name tags and just being like, just don't ask where it came from. Big smile. Woo, look at that. And you get some of the knowledge per tour now with the upgraded tour guidelines. Cool. Okay, anybody who can become better at being a tour guide, you get those like straight out the gate. That's what I want you to focus on. Survival skills while you're out in the wild? Sure, that would be cool. But have you thought about the fact that right now we really, really want to focus on trying to research more about the animals? All right, let's see. And then we'll get a couple more of the tables in here, the desks even, for people to do their research. And since we're focusing so much on like learning more about the animals, might as well put in not too many, but at least a few of the little bookshelves. I love building the libraries for the training room. I can't help it. It's because I married a professor. It's because like one of our first dates we ever went on was to the university library at the university he was teaching at, because I just wanted to walk the bookshelves and just I was smiling from ear to ear because I was so excited to be there. So let's see, I'm gonna put this in the corner and then that way we can make the bookshelves bigger over here. There. All right, I gotta remember those are like $5,000 worth of expensive books a piece, so need to be careful. And then we can get some of the training certificates on. I wonder if I had more like diploma-y things to try to earn out of life. If like, does that help you guys? Like if you have like a obvious thing that you could try to research and learn from. All right, people are, wait, can I put in more than one of these libraries? Or more than one of these, like, no, just one. I was wondering, because that potentially could have been quite helpful. And then let's put in a staff notice board. Just because, well, I guess, is that just for decoration or, yeah, just for decoration. Let's see. What else could we decorate with? We could have more books, but all right, fine. Spending all of our money on ancient old books is probably not what we need right now. But maybe it'd be really nice. Oh, look, and you want to have guests who have at least 121 knowledge. Ta-da! I knew it. I didn't know it, but now I know that it was potentially worth it for being able to go ahead and get more research in here. And we're actually working on a profit too, because I have been so distracted just tidying that up when probably this desperately sad staff room or many of the other areas we could be working on would behoove, like it would behoove it if I actually spent a bit more time tidying that up. And while we are waiting to be able to learn more about the different animals, haha! And we have a flamboyant fish who can help out with going out on more of these expeditions. Why don't we go see if we can get another starfish real quick so that we have more starfish potentially breeding in this tank. Hey, and we can even make the tank bigger. See? This is how you start running out of all of your money, even when you're not buying just absolutely big piles of, let's see, not this one, absolutely huge piles of ancient books. All right, and we do have a marine life expert with us who I definitely do need to go ahead and give names to. I'll pull up that name list soon, I promise. I keep forgetting because I get so excited just to come in and shake my fist at Woodchuck, the extremely giant and tree-hating tortoise. I mean, I want to respect his opinions, but at the same time, I don't know what we just lost there, but oh, windows. Phew, okay. And then I wonder if we need like a snack zone. We probably could work on a cafeteria sooner than later, but there we go. Much bigger area for a fantastic fountain. And then I wonder what we can do once we have the animal analysis set in. Is it only animals we cure that help out? Ooh, another flamboyant fish has been born. Wonderful. You guys keep that up for just a minute. Just knowing that we can fall back on our fish stocks. Oh, wait, that's an amazing way to put it. Hold up here. Kind of like your turnip stocks, we have our fish stocks as the emergency. Oh my word. In our 2.0 adventures, I feel like I need to use that like in The Sims 3 where you can breed the fish as well. Oh man. So emergency money equals fish stocks versus like turnip stocks. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right, so let's see. Still kind of terrified and excited that we happen to actually have the money coming in, but now that the training, I think our wildlife expert is done. So, and now we have another couple experts who could learn new things too. So now that that's happened and we have habitat restoration, you know what? Maybe it would be good to have people who could do, wow, you could do really fast habitat restoration with that. But also having a level 3 in pilot wings, she could go and like, but maybe Pup will get that because maybe Pup would be really good at getting a real name and also possibly getting to level 3 in pilot wings or animal analysis as a way of saying like they're an animal rescuer. I don't know. I feel like nimble movement too. Yeah, nimble movement and somebody good at restoring the micro and macro zoology habitats faster is probably fantastic. Or fantastic, depending on if, you know, they're taking care of where we've got our fish, who might, now that I'm realizing it, might actually need to go ahead and have more than one marine life expert. We'll put a little ad out just in case. All right, so let's see. Do I just like pick up our fountain lion? And no free animal spa machine. So animal spa machine is probably what we need to have in order to go ahead and research healthy animals. Like give them a little spa bath. That makes so much sense. Okay, so I think we need to get the museum level up. We need our guest knowledge to just go up. And then maybe we need to bring back some of the animals who happen to have the flu and start working with them too. All right. So we need to get the info stands up. We need to make sure that people are learning more. And if we are still learning more about the animals right now, then perhaps it is indeed time to start leaning in on the expertise from some of our other wonderful, wonderful museums and adding in a variety of different types of exhibits. Also, huzzah! 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 It's another one of the starfish! Welcome, little friend. I hope that you too will have a very happy life here and potentially cause many new, oh, there we go, another one. Many new fish babies to be born so that we can fund our expeditions. Wonderful. That just might really help out with being able to get the knowledge amongst our guests up too. But we're gonna want to keep working on that. And you know what? Let's see, an analytical slacker. Analysis speed on, that's really powerful actually for researching fish. You know what? You're hired, marine life person. Thank you very much for your interest, Hugo. But for now, I think, what if we start working on, would it be botany? Because there is an expedition that we need to have more types of experts prepared. Wildlife security guard, janitor, wildlife, janitor, wildlife, janitor, wildlife, janitor, wildlife assistant. And I forgot we have some other areas. Was it over here? We also have the blobfish temple that we have not yet visited, which is absolutely on my list. Oh, and we do have the winter special of Gingerbread Village that any staff member can go to once we find some frozen finds, which means maybe it's time for a bit of prehistory. But there's also Silverback Swamp. The modern day monobeast may not compare to the giant creatures of prehistory, but the closest thing resides in bone belt swamps. Jaw's still on the ground about that idea. Like an actual monobeast. I'm so excited about that idea. And then of course we do have like the overgrown jungle and Pepperly Coast and the prickly pears. I think I bought, imagine that. Wow, who could have guessed that Siri would have been excited to hire somebody to do some botany here? Who would have guessed? Meanwhile, I think what we'll do, have we come to Everstream Forest yet? We have not. Verdancy is high and visibility is low in the deep forest. It doesn't stop life though. If anything, everything makes it go bigger and faster. Ooh. All right, okay, and we have sinkholes. We have helicopter damage. Potentially fireflies if you're into microzoology. Tropical storms. I think that's why we were waiting for someone who could help us with the fires. And then, do I have a nimble? I do not have a nimble, nor, unfortunately, do I currently have a microzoology expert. But let's come over and we're gonna give a first aid kit and kind of hope that we won't run into the tropical storm. Fingers crossed, so that we can discover the new reptiles that are apparently waiting for us. All right, and then yes, I see our staff are starting to ponder the idea of having, you know, the pay that they actually want. Whoa, okay, and $20,000 is fine, but look, their pay satisfaction was like hitting all-time lows, and we're gonna give them some pay raises. Oh, there we go. That's much better. I want to have at least half the staff happy with their pay so that I don't turn around and suddenly there's nobody here. Kind of like, you know, turning around and suddenly there's my potential botanist. Greedy, travel sick, get sick at the sight of sick, happier going on expeditions, nimble and rapid restoration, sea legs immunity event. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know who I want to hire. I know immunity to seasickness events, probably not the best for botany. And we have a few other people who are good at that. Ah, we'll have to see, we'll have to see. But they're here. All right, so as we get that going and as we start glancing over nervously, trying to make sure that we're able to hire some somewhat robust new assistant employees who can help with stocking things, taking care of, oh yeah, I forgot we expanded the gift shop just a little bit, and taking care of everything else that we have popping up. Ooh, and look at all the pristine fish. Huzzah! That is definitely a good backup. Ooh, and a new starfish. A good backup to our funds and potentially a great source. Oh, we don't even have a deconstructing room yet. Look! But a great source of future perks as well. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about this, actually. I think this might go really well. We just need to keep up teaching people more about the wonders of the natural world in all of its different forms. And also, you know, having little tours to teach more people. And figuring out other ways we can try to get our guests full of all sorts of wonderful knowledge. And possibly some, like, plant-based fish sticks, because they're probably getting kind of hungry. But alright guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, you know what to do. And next time, we're gonna see what kind of cool reptiles hiding in here. Huzzah! 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 Bye-bye!